Super greens, guys. Super greens. So I'm going to freeze dry these. And I'm going to make myself a super green powder. Now some of the bok choy I have out there, I'm going to do a stir fry. I got a great recipe. So I'll be sure and do a video of that for you. But you can also blanch and freeze bok choy if you so desire, or can it. So we're going to get these washed up and follow us in while we make our super green powder. Stay tuned. Alrighty. So I do my initial rinse outside because there's a lot of mud and I don't like it to stop up here in my sink, so I can get the bulk of the mud off of them out there. Look at this beautiful bok choy. Give them a good wash, guys. My chard, this is the Vulcan chard. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening Canning Recipes, a little bit of everything. You saw my work up there of pulling my veggies and getting them washed up, bringing them in and getting them washed up. We're going to show you how to freeze dry your greens to make you a super duper mineral vitamin enriched powder that you can use as little shooters. You can put in your smoothies, you can put in soups to flavor it up and to add your nutrients and your minerals and your vitamins. And that's why I'm excited about this, because I have a conglomerate. I have Swiss chard, the Vulcan, and I have kale, and I have some bok choy. I have a lot more of that growing out there. The good thing about your Swiss chard and your kale is they are cut and come again. So this kale and this chard that we have planted will last us until next spring and probably later on. If you watch my video from last year, I had a chard plant that was like 6 feet high. So these things I can continue to cut and use in my recipes, or go ahead and freeze dry, and they will come again. They will keep on growing. So that's why we are excited to have these. So I got them all washed up, and I'm going to inspect them really good, and I'm going to lay them on my freeze dried trays over here, and then we're going to crank up that freeze dryer. I don't think that it's going to take very long, but guys, again, this is just such a great way to preserve your greens, especially right now because they're starting to come in your fall gardens, and they're going to be a blast of flavor and a blast of vitamins. Let's get started. So I've washed and inspected my leaves thoroughly. I don't want any extra protein in there, and you can see it's going to take up about 5 of my trays. My chard is looking absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure how the texture of this is going to turn out, but I do think I know how the kale is going to turn out. It's going to be like little kale chips. So if I didn't want to make a smoothie out of this or a powder, I could add some seasonings to it and have some kale chips. But for this first go round, I am going to go ahead and freeze dry all these greens, and I'm going to make me up a super powder. So I didn't have enough room for my beautiful cauliflower that you see, guys. And I'm going to do some more research. I don't think I have to blanch this before I freeze dry it, but I want to check and see. So I'll put this in the fridge until tomorrow, and we will turn right around and process this, freeze drying it, and I may have some for dinner tonight. But let's go ahead and get this freeze dryer loaded, and let's check back whenever the cycle is done and see what we have. She's going. She's about 13 degrees right now. Okay guys, good morning. So it didn't take very long for these to run at all. Last night it went on freeze for probably 4 or 5 hours, and it jumped right over to drying. And look, guys, kale chips. Gosh, if I would have put some seasoning on these, I can't imagine just how good they'd be, and I still may try that. So I'm going to call this my mean green powder, because I'm going to powder all of this up. And I'm going to put it in some little Mylar bags, because again, I'm going to use this to make a vitamin, nutrient rich, mineral rich also green powder to put in my smoothies. This is going to be fantastic. So all of these greens have vitamin A, vitamin K. Some of them even have protein, guys. So be great for a protein shake. And so we're going to go ahead and pull these out, and then I'm going to grind them up, and we're going to see just how much powder we get. Here's a little bit closer look. This is my bok choy. Look at that, guys. Now the great thing, the great thing about freeze drying is these maintain 99.9% of their nutrients or their nutritional value. So I'm very excited about that. Let's get started. Carrots were much easier when I did this, if y'all remember. There it goes. You can see it's reducing it down to almost nothing. And you saw how much yesterday I chopped or cut, cleaned up, and put in here. Woo! So guys, I would suspect this is probably about 2 servings of kale and that little bitty bit of powder. So we're going to keep going and get this packaged up. So that little bitty bit filled up my little Mylar bag. So here is my shard, and I do want to note, guys, that I forgot to put the oxygen absorber in the very first one I did. So I will probably mix that in with the smoothie here very shortly. But look at this shard. I mean, those huge leaves have just crumpled up into a very fine chip-like. Wow. So all that kale turned into this little bit of powder. So guys, each tray is one small pouch of greens. Pretty incredible to me. So your kids don't like greens, you don't feel like sauteing any or making sprinkle this in some of your soups, your stews, make a smoothie, sneak attack on the kids, and sneak attack on any adults that don't like greens. Again, these are vitamin rich, nutrient rich, mineral rich, potassium, magnesium, vitamin A, vitamin K, some protein. Can't go wrong. And these are pretty hefty packs. One of these I do for Greg and I in one smoothie. So you saw the greens on those trays, tons of greens on there, which is probably 2 to 3 servings right here. So I wanted to go ahead and give you that rundown. I'll go ahead and put the Harvest Right freeze dryer link down in the description. They are running some sales right now. For those of you who have bought, and I see that several of you have, thank you so very much. It doesn't tell me who bought, but I know many of you guys have, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And so got some more things to do today. I'll be doing another video. I'm probably going to stir fry some bok choy, or I have another great recipe that's very quick I want to share with you, that's for weather and the upcoming cold that we're going to be heading into soon. Thank each of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all your prayers, all your concern, all your love. I sincerely believe I have the best community in the whole wide world on YouTube. And it's all because of you guys. You give me great encouragement. You give me great strength. And I know you're praying for me. And that's the most important thing of all to me. As you can see, it is helping. Praise God. And you guys have been praying for me for a couple of months. and you know what I'm talking about. You know what you prayed for, and you can see, here I am. We are healthy, and praise God for that. So if you ever want to know if prayer works, it darn sure does, and we are so thankful. Again, thank you. So I'm going to get to cleaning up my kitchen and getting back out there and seeing what I need to do today. Maybe some more planting. Again, I got another great recipe that I'm going to show you. It's for a soup. Very quick, very easy. So, wow. Take care. God bless. I will be in touch.